What's up, hard chargers? Kyle Miller
And Al Cohen.
coming at you with a weekly update. We had to get off track there for a little bit. We had some other pressing issues, but back on track now.
That's
So,
right. And we're back on AFP Ohio's playlist on YouTube. So you can check us out there, but we'll also be posting these on Facebook and X.
yeah, you can call
I
us
finally call it
Butter.
X now. I was like a late comer to that. I was like holding on to Twitter, but I finally converted.
Yeah, I've done that a long time ago. I flow with the social winds, but now you can call us Butter because we're on a roll. We're on multiple avenues here.
So we are honoring our Buckeye Blueprint champions who really helped us out in the 135th General Assembly. So that was the last General Assembly. And then our Lantern of Liberty Award, we are giving to then Senate President Matt Huffman, now Speaker Huffman, that evening for all the good work that he did during that General Assembly.
So maybe roll some of that beautiful beam footage of the attendance there. Had some of our volunteers and coalition partners show up. You see there was a healthy attendance across the state. And again, stuff like this is important in order to really build respect with those elected officials and treat them just like humans. Yeah, and this is why this is important. It's not because we want to brown nose with the elected officials or try to get on their good side. We hold them accountable. But then we also have to praise them when they do well, right? Because all they hear all the time is the accountability piece from whether it's from unions or special interest groups or constituents or whatever. But very rarely do they get the praise. And so if you're the group that will praise and admonish, now you're a group that can earn respect because it's an actual relationship. So that's why it's important that we do this. And if they aren't doing that, then we'd be right there holding something other than a Torchpayer Award or Taxpayer Torch Award. It would be more along the lines of an accountability event. So we can go both ways on that.
That's right. And one of the most powerful things that you can do as a constituent is to thank your representative when they do something that you like, because you can hear from them. It's rare that people thank them.
Yeah. And we want them to know we're watching. So,
yeah, exactly.
But we get this kind of stuff accomplished. We gain this kind of respect because we're out there in the field, letting people know throughout Ohio that we are a conduit for what's going on up there at the State House. We want to get you involved in that. Sometimes that means doing stuff locally. Sometimes that means social media. Sometimes that means actually going to the State House. But Al, I think you have a screen that you could put up that kind of shows our intentional growth this year for chapters. So how many launches are we doing? How many chapter launches are we doing?
I think we're doing something like 20 chapter launches. And I know we had a chapter launch out in Delaware County. And that's something that our GED, Amber, was working on for quite a while. She had over 30 people there. And Kyle, you know the history better than I do, but I know in the past, maybe we'd have 5, 6 people come to these chapter launches, but we're just experiencing this explosive growth right now. Good time to do it right in the middle of the General Assembly. And so we're getting like dozens of people out to these chapter launches now. So it's really exciting.
Yep. And then these chapters grow quickly. We have Fremont, where we just had Josh Williams out there talking to that group. There was 50 people at that meeting. And I remember just this time last year, I was there with Adam Bowling, one of our engaged directors from down to Dayton. We were both up north. And we went to meet at the same exact spot. It's in the back room of Buffalo Wild Wings. There was me and Adam and 2 volunteers there. And now there was over 50 people there that night. Now, that's not their usual showing, but their usual showing is still somewhere between a dozen to 20 people every 2 weeks. So, say all this to say, if we have a chapter in your area, you should see it there on that map. You should come to those meetings. We can get you in touch with the engagement directors that head up those areas. You can go to buckeyeblueprint.com/events to find out if there is an event coming up in your area. And if there's not, you should hit us up and say, what's up, man? Let's get a chapter going. Why haven't we got any events going in this area? Our objective is to know people in all 88 counties. So don't be humble. If you feel like you're somebody we should know, we want to know you. We're also out there looking for micro influencers. So if you're somebody who has 10,000, 20,000 followers, and you report in on a lot of the stuff we do, we want to connect with you. So whether you're wanting to start a chapter or you're wanting to connect with us about networking opportunities, you got a group that you'd like us to come speak at. I love speaking. Everybody knows that. I'm where the razzle is, so that way I can bring the dazzle is. Al, what is a way that they can reach us? BuckeyeBlueprint.com/info. Is that right? No, let me look at it. There is a contact us form.
I was going to say, I feel like it's info at AFP. No. The other thing that I wanted to mention while we are figuring out how the heck you can get in touch with us is, say, you're in a super rural place, maybe transportation is an issue for you, but you still want to get involved. We do have an online chapter option. Those are going to be happening every other week. Our next one will be in November, and we'll announce that date soon. And so that's another option for folks if you're looking to get involved, but maybe just can't quite commit to your physical presence yet. We will convince you at some point to come join us in person, we hope, and reduce those barriers for you to do that. But that online chapter is an option for you.
Place that they can contact us is buckeyeblueprint.com/take-action. And that will, you scroll to the bottom, there's a contact us form. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know if I want to go to a meeting with people in person. What if you guys are doing some crazy stuff there? Come to the meeting with me and Al. Sometimes we have representatives pop in. Sometimes we have senators pop in. Sometimes we have coalition partners pop in. There we go. Cool.